After 60, every bite you take either strengthens your body or silently chips away at your foundation of mobility and health. Your legs are your freedom. Your ability to walk, stand, explore, and remain independent relies entirely on your lower body's strength. And while many people obsess over protein and exercise, few realize that certain fruits might actually be sabotaging their leg stability. Yes, fruits, the very foods most consider healthy, can, in specific cases, lead to inflammation, muscle fatigue, joint pain, and vascular decline. This doesn't mean all fruits are bad, but 6 common ones may secretly be harming your leg strength without any obvious warning. These fruits can spike your blood sugar, strain your circulation, sap potassium, and disrupt vital nutrients needed for muscular and nerve health. Especially after 60, your body's metabolism shifts, becoming more sensitive to sugar, fructose, oxalates, and even naturally occurring fruit acids. Your muscles recover slower, your bones become more porous, and your nerves more delicate, making fruit choices surprisingly critical to longevity. So if your legs feel weaker lately, or you've noticed cramps, balance issues, or swelling, your fruit bowl may be partly to blame. Let's dive deep into the 6 worst fruits for leg strength, starting with a surprising and widely loved breakfast staple, bananas. 1. Banana. Bananas are marketed as muscle food, but after 60, they often do more harm than good to your legs and circulation. They are extremely high in sugar and starch with a glycemic load that can spike blood glucose and promote inflammation afterward. Inflammation stiffens joints, triggers muscle soreness, and can impair nerve signals vital for coordinated movement and muscle strength in aging adults. Also, bananas contain a high amount of potassium, but excess potassium in older adults with kidney strain can backfire and create imbalance. When potassium builds up in the bloodstream, instead of being filtered properly, it can weaken muscles, especially in your calves and thighs. Moreover, ripe bananas convert their starch into quick sugars, offering a fast but unsustainable energy spike, then leaving you fatigued and shaky. That crash lowers leg responsiveness, increases fall risk, and contributes to dizziness, making this fruit a hidden hazard for senior mobility. Additionally, bananas are rich in fructose, which the liver must process. Too much leads to fat buildup, harming circulation and leg recovery. Over time, poor circulation diminishes nutrient delivery to lower limbs, starving muscles and nerves of oxygen, leading to weakness and imbalance. So despite their soft texture and sweet appeal, bananas may quietly steal your strength, especially when eaten daily after 60. 2. Grapes. Grapes may look innocent, but they're tiny time bombs for aging legs, loaded with concentrated sugars that damage blood vessels quickly. Both red and green grapes are among the highest fructose fruits, and their skins often carry chemical residues if not washed thoroughly. While antioxidants like resveratrol exist in grapes, the sugar-to-fiber ratio is dangerously imbalanced, triggering blood sugar spikes in minutes. Elevated sugar encrames blood vessels, increasing oxidative stress and weakening veins, especially those responsible for returning blood from your legs. Poor vein function leads to swelling, heaviness, and visible varicose veins, early signs that your legs are struggling with blood return. Many seniors consume grapes as a snack, unaware they're worsening edema, stiffness, and restless legs by impairing microvascular function. Worse still, grape sugars rapidly ferment in the gut, feeding harmful bacteria and causing bloating and nutrient absorption problems downstream. When your gut becomes inflamed or malnourished, it directly affects leg strength because fewer nutrients reach your muscular system efficiently. Even small grape servings can flood your system with fructose, leading to chronic fatigue, achy limbs, and foggy thinking after meals. To protect your legs, switch from fresh grapes to low-sugar fruits with more fiber and fewer inflammatory triggers like blackberries. Why these fruits turn dangerous after 60. At younger ages, your body can manage higher sugar loads, process nutrients faster, and recover from inflammation with greater resilience. But after 60, even healthy foods must be reevaluated through the lens of slower digestion, impaired insulin response, and muscle preservation. Leg strength becomes more vulnerable to subtle changes like shifts in blood sugar, dehydration, or micronutrient imbalance caused by diet choices. Muscle fibers shrink faster, collagen declines, and nerves become more sensitive, meaning poor food decisions show up more dramatically in limbs. This is why certain fruits that were once helpful can now cause leg cramps, tingling, weakness, swelling, and sluggish circulation afterward. If you walk slower, tire quicker, or feel off balance lately, pay close attention to the next 4 fruits on this dangerous list. They may be sabotaging your leg muscles quietly, hiding behind a healthy reputation while wrecking your foundation from the inside out. The damage accumulates silently, one bowl of grapes here, a banana smoothie there, until your legs begin sending warning signs through fatigue. By making strategic fruit swaps, you can restore strength, regain energy, and protect your most important mobility assets, your legs. Let's continue with 2 more fruits that look healthy but pose an underappreciated risk to your lower body vitality after 60. 3. Pineapple. Pineapple is tropical, delicious, and packed with vitamins, but its acidic nature and sugar load spell disaster for aging leg tissues. It contains bromelain, a natural enzyme with benefits, but also irritates sensitive stomachs and tissues when consumed in large or frequent quantities. Its high acid content can trigger or worsen joint inflammation, leading to discomfort, stiffness, and even flare-ups in knees and ankles. For seniors already managing arthritis or leg joint degeneration, pineapple can be the silent irritant pushing discomfort into persistent chronic pain. Furthermore, pineapple's naturally high fructose load rushes through your bloodstream, disrupting insulin balance and spiking inflammatory pathways in your legs. This fruit rapidly raises blood glucose levels, causing temporary energy highs followed by energy crashes that leave muscles feeling limp and drained. Its fiber content is low relative to its sugar content, making it a poor choice for blood sugar control after 60. Elevated blood sugar encourages glycation, where sugar molecules attach to proteins, weakening collagen in joints and connective tissue in your legs. Glycation stiffens your tissues, reducing flexibility and making every step feel heavier, slower, and more painful over time. If your legs ache after fruit salads or smoothies, pineapple might be the acidic trigger contributing to hidden inflammation and joint fatigue. 4. Cherries. Cherries seem harmless, small, sweet, antioxidant-rich, but after 60, their sugar density and vascular impact make them a risky indulgence. Many cherries are consumed in large portions thanks to their addictively sweet taste and small size, leading to dangerous overconsumption without awareness. Packed with glucose and fructose, cherries flood your bloodstream with sugar, increasing inflammation and thickening blood, straining veins in your legs. When blood becomes more viscous and less efficient, circulation slows, and lower limbs swell, tire, and become oxygen-starved much faster. Swollen legs are not just cosmetic. They indicate pressure on capillaries, nerve compression, and poor nutrient exchange, all tied to muscle decline. Cherries also contain salicylates, natural compounds that may cause leg cramping, nerve irritation, or circulatory issues in sensitive or aging individuals. Those prone to restless legs or night cramps often don't realize that their favorite cherry bowl may be worsening their nightly symptoms. Moreover, processed cherries, found in juices, jams, or desserts, are often preserved with added sugars or syrups, multiplying their glycemic impact dramatically. Even fresh cherries, if eaten regularly and in bulk, can silently drain leg energy and compromise balance by weakening vascular performance. Instead, opt for lower sugar berries like blueberries or raspberries, which offer antioxidants without wrecking your glucose levels or exhausting your veins. What ties these dangerous fruits together is a triangular pattern of damage: excess sugar, poor circulation, and nutrient loss in leg muscles. After 60, circulation becomes slower, blood vessels stiffer, and nutrient delivery to legs less efficient, amplifying the damage from sugary fruit. When blood sugar spikes too often, it thickens blood, inflames vessels, and limits oxygen flow to your calves, thighs, and joints. These blockages strain veins, especially the ones working hard to pump blood upward from your legs against gravity toward the heart. This leads to common senior issues like heaviness in the legs, numbness, chronic fatigue, and even visible vein damage or discoloration. Over time, muscles begin to atrophy, not because you stopped walking, but because they're not receiving the nutrients required for strength and repair. Combine this with reduced collagen, magnesium loss, and hormonal changes post-60, and your legs become the first area to deteriorate. Worse still, the sugar in these fruits feeds silent inflammation that eats away at joint integrity and flexibility in knees and ankles. So every fruit choice you make is not just a snack, it's either fuel or fire for your muscles, joints, and nerves. That's why understanding fruit impact isn't optional. It's essential if you want to keep walking strong, steady, and pain-free into your 70s. Fruit isn't evil. Let's be clear, fruit isn't your enemy. But after 60, the wrong fruits become more destructive than delicious, especially for your legs. Your body no longer metabolizes sugar or fructose with the same speed, meaning even natural sugars can accumulate and cause fatigue. These fruits aren't unhealthy for everyone, but for seniors, especially those with circulation, nerve, or mobility concerns, they're a gamble at best. That gamble shows up in small but worsening ways: stiffness in the morning, heaviness after walking, cramps after meals, or swollen ankles. If any of those symptoms sound familiar, it's time to rethink your fruit drawer. Not eliminate fruit, but choose with smarter intention. Fruits with high fiber, low sugar, and anti-inflammatory properties can still benefit your body. Just avoid the leg-sabotaging ones we're uncovering here. We've already explored bananas, grapes, pineapple, and cherries, each with specific mechanisms that weaken muscles or hinder blood flow to legs. In the next part, we'll reveal the final two fruits that quietly wear down your legs, one acid and one oxalate heavy. Both are commonly praised, but devastating when consumed frequently by seniors already battling hidden inflammation and poor nutrient absorption. These last two will complete the list and give you the knowledge to rebuild your leg strength from the ground up again. 5. Oranges. Oranges are packed with vitamin C and praised for immunity, but they carry a hidden threat for leg joints and mobility. This citrus fruit is highly acidic, and in aging bodies, that acid can corrode joint linings and inflame connective tissues over time. After 60, your body becomes more sensitive to acid-forming foods, and oranges can spike inflammation in knees, ankles, and foot joints. This results in tightness, stiffness, or a burning sensation that worsens with walking or long periods of standing or sitting. Oranges also contain compounds that interfere with calcium absorption, weakening bones and contributing to the slow erosion of joint stability. And while their vitamin C content is helpful, it doesn't offset the inflammatory response their acid and sugars trigger in seniors. When consumed regularly, orange juice, often stripped of fiber, floods your system with sugar, harming blood vessels and nutrient transport to the legs. It's common to feel energized briefly, then suddenly experience aching calves or soreness in the back of your knees afterward. Oranges also increase uric acid levels, which aggravates gout or arthritis in many older adults, often manifesting in the lower extremities. If your joints feel sore after breakfast or mid-morning fruit snacks, citrus may be the silent destroyer behind your mobility issues. 6. Dried figs. Dried figs are deceptively marketed as superfoods, but their oxalate levels and sugar density pose serious risks to aging leg function. Oxalates are plant compounds that bind to calcium and can form sharp crystals in tissues, especially dangerous for kidneys, joints, and muscles. After 60, the body has a harder time detoxifying these crystals, which can settle in leg tissues and trigger pain or tightness. Figs are also one of the most sugar-dense dried fruits, with little water or fiber to slow the glucose and fructose absorption. This floods your bloodstream, taxes insulin, and creates a biochemical environment that fosters inflammation and nutrient leaching from muscles. Additionally, figs promote calcium loss through urine due to their oxalate load, weakening bones and potentially aggravating balance or strength loss. The sensation may appear as twitching calves, sore thighs, or a restless feeling in the legs that makes sleep difficult. Many seniors eat dried figs for digestion or sweetness, but they unknowingly absorb high levels of irritants that burden their leg tissues. These oxalate particles also interfere with magnesium, a mineral necessary for muscle relaxation, coordination, and strong nerve impulses to the lower body. Replacing figs with soaked prunes or pear slices can offer fiber and antioxidants without sabotaging muscle clarity and joint comfort in your legs. Leg weakness rarely starts with a dramatic fall. It creeps in slowly, beginning with stiffness, tight tendons, or a wobble in stride. Often mistaken as normal aging, this deterioration is frequently accelerated by diet, particularly through fruit choices that seem healthy but promote decline. The link between diet and lower body performance grows stronger with age, especially as hormones, nerve responsiveness, and recovery speed decline. Most people think protein and exercise are enough, but food chemistry like sugar spikes, acid levels, and oxalates quietly erode your mobility. When harmful fruits flood your bloodstream, they activate immune responses, leach minerals, and degrade tissues that hold up your frame. If your legs cramp, twitch, or tire early in the day, don't just stretch. Start by investigating what's on your plate. Your muscles are metabolically active and incredibly responsive to nutrition. They know when they're being fed versus when they're being drained. And unfortunately, bananas, grapes, pineapples, cherries, oranges, and figs all have properties that sap energy and inflame tissues below your waist. Avoiding them or significantly reducing them can dramatically shift how your legs feel, move, and recover, especially during long walks or everyday movement. The power to restore strength is in your hands, and small shifts in fruit intake can unlock massive improvements in leg vitality. Instead of bananas, choose avocado slices. They're technically a fruit and rich in potassium without the sugar spike or vascular strain. Swap grapes for blackberries, which are high in antioxidants but low in fructose, protecting circulation and nerve tissue in your legs. Replace pineapple with papaya, which has enzymes that aid digestion without the acid overload that inflames joints or triggers cramping. For cherries, try wild blueberries, smaller, more potent in antioxidants, and much safer on blood sugar levels and vascular pressure in legs. Instead of oranges, use kiwi or cucumber slices in water, hydrating, gently alkalizing, and easy on aging joints and blood vessels. Drop dried figs and opt for soaked apricots or fresh pears, which offer gentler sugars and fewer calcium-depleting oxalate compounds. These swaps may seem small, but the relief they bring to tired legs, aching calves, and wobbly knees can be transformational. Every bite affects blood chemistry, muscle signals, hydration, and energy, especially in a body over 60 that demands gentler, smarter nourishment. Your legs carry you through life. They deserve the cleanest, most supportive foods, especially when battling gravity and age simultaneously. Now that you know which fruits to avoid and what to enjoy instead, you can rewrite your mobility story from the inside out. Knowledge alone won't restore your legs, but awareness is the first powerful step toward reclaiming the strength that age slowly tries to steal. Once you understand how certain fruits affect blood flow, sugar balance, and inflammation, you can take action with clarity and confidence. No one teaches seniors that sugar from fruit can cause fatigue, swelling, or cramping. It's often disguised under labels like natural or healthy. But now you know better. You understand the chemistry, and you see how something as small as a fruit choice has consequences. And those consequences, tired legs, slow steps, painful knees, are not inevitable. They're symptoms of an environment your body can still change and improve. By removing bananas, grapes, pineapples, cherries, oranges, and figs from your regular routine, you give your legs space to breathe again. Their vessels can open, their muscles can rehydrate, and their nerve signals can return to balance, restoring the function you thought was gone. Hydration improves, oxygen delivery rises, and gradually, your legs no longer feel like anchors, but tools, capable, stable, and willing to move again. What feels like aging might actually be inflammation, silently fed by sweet fruits you thought were nourishing you, but were doing the opposite. Your body has memory, yes, but it also has resilience. And with the right changes, it will surprise you with what's possible. Fruits are everywhere. Breakfasts, snacks, smoothies, desserts, all often center around fruits, assumed to be safe, helpful, and essential for well-being. But the truth is this. After 60, fruit can either be a healing agent or a hidden saboteur, depending on how it's chosen. The trap lies in frequency. One banana may not hurt, but a daily pattern builds inflammation, raises blood sugar, and overworks your veins. Many seniors begin their day with fruit-heavy smoothies, unaware they're launching their bodies into a biochemical storm that lasts for hours. By lunchtime, fatigue sets in, legs feel heavier, brain fog arrives, but no one blames the fruit because we've been told it's healthy. That's why it's so important to rethink fruit as medicine, not candy, and understand that some medicines can have side effects. Fruits don't impact everyone the same way, but after 60, your body's tolerance window tightens and sugar stress becomes far more dangerous. If your legs get tired without cause, or if you've blamed age for everything, it may be time to examine what's really happening. A simple swap can offer more relief than months of supplements or creams. Food isn't just fuel. It's your pharmacy at every meal, especially for your legs, which depend on clean circulation, stable nerves, and strong mineral support to function well every day. Before pain sets in, your legs often whisper their warnings, small signals that something internal is off balance and needs attention fast. You might feel slight calf tightness while walking or notice swelling around your ankles after sitting for an hour. Other signs include restless legs at night, tingling or numbness in your feet, and a noticeable loss of power when climbing stairs. These are not random. They are biochemical cries for help, often tied to circulation stress, mineral depletion, or excess inflammation. And all three can be made worse by the wrong fruits through sugar overload, oxalate buildup, or acid-induced tissue irritation. If you felt wobbly, unstable, or less confident on your feet, don't assume it's just age. It might be food fatigue. Start journaling what you eat. See how your body feels 90 minutes later. Track energy dips, leg soreness, or swelling trends. Patterns will emerge. You'll begin to spot the culprits and feel empowered, no longer a victim to getting old, but a student of change. And once you know what hurts you, you can stop fueling the problem and start nurturing the healing your legs have begged for. Healing is possible, not just from illness, but from misinformation, and your strength returns the moment you act in alignment with truth. Avoiding harmful fruits is a massive step, but what you add matters just as much as what you remove. Hydration is critical. Aim for filtered water throughout the day, infused with cucumber, mint, or lemon for gentle alkalizing support. Add magnesium-rich foods like spinach, pumpkin seeds, and dark chocolate, which support muscle function and calm the nerves in your legs. Increase your intake of omega-3s from salmon, chia seeds, or flax, which reduce inflammation and protect blood vessels from sugar damage. Fury stretch daily, focusing on calves, hamstrings, and ankles to promote lymph flow and muscle elasticity, especially if you sit for long hours. Strengthen your quads and glutes with gentle bodyweight exercises, chair squats, standing marches, or leg lifts to rebuild balance and coordination. Walk barefoot when safe. This improves proprioception, strengthens stabilizing foot muscles, and awakens nerve pathways dulled by shoes and inactivity. Use Epsom salt soaks weekly to reduce soreness and replenish magnesium through your skin, restoring calm to tight or restless legs. Sleep well? Your legs heal during rest. Poor sleep sabotages muscle recovery and circulatory rhythm, especially in aging adults. It's never one thing. It's a combination of smart habits, intentional food choices, and movement that together reclaim your body's strength and clarity. You've lived a full life, and you deserve to move freely, confidently, and without pain holding you back from what brings you joy. Your legs are your independence. Every choice you make today either preserves that freedom or gradually invites struggle to take its place. Bananas, grapes, pineapple, cherries, oranges, and figs may seem small, but they can have massive consequences for a body past 60. And the beauty is, it's not too late. Your body is still listening. It wants to heal. It just needs your help. Swap smart, move gently, nourish consciously, and know that each bite and each step can restore what time and habit once stole. You are not fragile. You're adaptable. You're not declining. You are evolving. And with the right steps, you can walk stronger tomorrow. Let your legs carry you through the years ahead, not with strain, but with stability, energy, and deep-rooted inner support. You've read the truth. Now it's your move. Begin with your next meal, your next grocery list, your next thoughtful choice. The journey to stronger legs isn't about restriction. It's about liberation from the foods that secretly weaken what you rely on daily. And with every informed choice, you rewrite your future one step, one bite, and one strong, supported leg at a time.